Messi has won his 8th Ballon d'Or. But since it's Messi, it's rigged. In this video, I will discuss why Messi deserves the Ballon d'Or over Haaland. If you're one of the people that thinks Haaland should win, then watch this video. Otherwise, you're just ignoring the reality. Here we will talk about big game performances, trophies, individual performances, individual awards, and just the all-round better player. The most important reason for why Messi should win is because of his outstanding performances in the 2022 World Cup. With the pressure he had, he led his nation to World Cup glory for the first time since Maradona in 1987. In the group stages against Mexico, Messi scores a beauty and saves Argentina from getting eliminated and wins the man of the match also. In the knockout stages, Messi scores a worldie. And of course, he is man of the match again. In the quarter-final versus the Netherlands, Messi bags 1 goal and 1 assist, in which Messi pulls out one of the most outrageous and most unbelievable assists ever. With another outstanding performance, Messi wins the man of the match again. Next up in the semi-final against Croatia, Messi puts out a performance with 1 goal and an assist. The assist, which involved Messi dribbling past the 21-year-old center-back, who was the best defender of that tournament. But of course, Messi is man of the match again. And now we go into the big game, the greatest game of 2022. In this game, Messi puts out an excellent performance as always. Messi scores 2 goals, and Argentina win on penalties. And also, Messi won the man of the match in a World Cup final, as well as the World Cup Golden Ball. Leo Messi received 5 Man of the Match awards in 7 games. People don't understand how impressive that is. But since it's Messi, it's unimpressive. Messi won the most prestigious thing you can win in football. This 35-year-old man dragged the Argentina team to a World Cup. In just those 1 month, Messi did 80% more with Argentina than what Haaland did with Man City the whole year. This is Messi and Haaland's stats in the big games, in the Champions League and the World Cup. This includes the quarterfinals, semifinals, and the final. Note in mind that Haaland had more games to prove himself. Messi had 6 goals, assists in 3 games. In the other hand, Haaland had 4 goals, assists in 5 games. Then, when you compare Haaland's performances in the big games, where his team really needed him, he ghosted them all with 0 goals in the Champions League final, no goals also in the FA Cup semi-final, 0 goals in the FA Cup final, in both of the legs in the UCL semi-final. He ghosted once again with 0 goals. Then in the EFL Cup quarter-final he ghosted, which led his team to get eliminated. 0 goals in Community Shield semi-final. Then Man City got eliminated. Listen up here. The only thing Haaland did better than Messi this year was scoring goals. But as a goal scorer, he couldn't even score goals when his team really needed him. This is the difference between Messi and Haaland. Man City would have won the Champions League without Haaland. I think that Haaland was a big part of Man City's Premier League success last season. But what is more impressive? Carrying a nation on your shoulders and winning the World Cup, which comes only 1 time in 4 years. Or winning a treble with a super team that would have won the success without Haaland. Now you may be like, Messi was awful for PSG. Messi was the top assister in the League 1 last season, as well as the top 10 for the most goals in League 1. Not bad for a playmaker, right? Messi was the only player last season to have over 15 assists and 15 goals at the same time in the top 5 leagues. Messi had the most dribbles completed in PSG, as well as the most key passes. He had the most big chances created. Then, with a massive gap, Messi had the most expected assists last season. This means that Messi was a better all-rounder player last season. We won't see Haaland doing all these sort of things with Man City, because all he did last season was score tap-ins. But you might be like, oh, but Haaland is a striker. That's his job to score. But according to the official Ballon d'Or page, the trophy is given to the player that had better overall performances in that particular season. As we all know, Messi on the pitch was a better overall player than Haaland. If you don't think otherwise, then let me show you some stats. This game against Wolves, Haaland scored a hat-trick. Haaland had 4 shots on target, 0 dribbles attempted. Out of 7 passes, he completed just 6 passes. Whole game, 0 key passes, 0 crosses, 0 long balls, and possession lost twice. And the crazy thing is Haaland does this every game. But people will say, Haaland's job is to score, and long as he is doing his job it's fine. Yeah, I agree with you, but if you are averaging 10 passes each game, then you are not worthy winning the Ballon d'Or. When you compare Haaland's games to Messi's games, then you can see that Messi is far more entertaining and he brings more options to the team. For example, last season in the Argentina vs Poland game, Messi missed a penalty and ended the game without a goal or an assist. This is the difference between Haaland and Messi. Let's see how he played even though he didn't score or assist. For shots on target, 2 shots off target, 1 shot blocked. For successful dribbles, 9-7 touches on the ball, 5-9 accurate passes, Haaland would have 5 key passes, 1 big chance created. For successful long balls, 6 out of 12 ground duels, 1, and 1 out of 2 aerial duels, 1. So even if Messi doesn't score or assist, he is still better than Haaland. So after all of that, as a player, Messi was better last season. Griezmann once said, "Please don't confuse a goal scorer to a great player." But my point here is finished. In the simplest form, I think that Haaland should not win the Ballon d'Or because he ghosted in big games, so he got carried by his teammates to win the treble. And the only stat Haaland is ahead of Messi in is the goals. People say Messi ghosted in the UCL against Bayern, and I agree with them, but this just goes to show that PSG need Messi to win games. Then in the other hand, it shows that when Haaland ghosts, it doesn't matter because Man City can win without him. Moving on to the last part of the video now. Here I will just compare both of the players' stats last season. 35-year-old Messi in the 20-23 season has 41 goals, 26 assists, and 67 goals and assists altogether. Then in the other hand, the 23-year-old striker has 56 goals, 10 assists, and 66 goals and assists altogether. Then Messi had 153 chances created, as well as 44 big chances created. Haaland, on the other hand, has 41 chances created and 14 big chances created. Messi had 25 man of the matches for club and country, and Haaland has 11. Messi won in all of those stats apart from goals. Now let's talk about the individual awards. Messi had FIFA the Best Award, Argentine Player of the Year, World Cup Player of the Tournament, IFFHS Best Playmaker, IFFHS Best Goalscorer, Laureus World Sportsman, and IFFHS Best CONMEBOL Player. Now Haaland's individual awards were PFA Player of the Year, Premier League Golden Boot, and UCL Top Scorer. Messi also wins in individual awards. Now onto the team trophies. Messi had the French Super Cup, the league title, and the World Cup. Then Haaland has the UCL, the Premier League, and the FA Cup. Even after all of this, if you still think Haaland had a better year, then go watch both of the players' highlights from last season. Then you will see the difference. When you look at those stats, then you can see that Messi was easily the better player. I could sit here all day and tell you why Messi deserves the Ballon d'Or over Haaland, but I don't want to make this video too long. But that's all from me today.